Okay, this is getting weird. Hey, what's up and hello? This is the Chris Nicole giving you my views on life, love, and the world of entertainment through my eyes. And this is my review on Yellowjackets, Season 2, Episode 4, Old Wounds. Okay, this episode was confusing as hell, but we're gonna try to go through it, all right? So it starts off with Van and Thaisa. They're out in the woods, and Thaisa's inner demon spirit seems to always go where the symbols are on the trees. And Van is telling her there's something in her guiding her to that symbol, which again makes me believe that the plane crashed on purpose due to that symbol and it was calling Thaisa and Lottie. I don't know necessarily yet if it's calling anyone else, maybe Shauna, but definitely we know Lottie and Thaisa, they are attached to this symbol in some kind of way. Then we see adult Ty in the middle of nowhere, and it's very clear she was sleepwalking while she was driving because she wakes up and she's in the middle of nowhere and her car is on empty. Okay, she has no gas. We also see that she has a folder, and it appears that she is looking at a picture or a location. And of course, I'm thinking that's the reason why she was driving because she's trying to get to that location. So next we see Psycho Shauna and Shady Jeff, and they are talking, and Jeff tells Shauna that the police know about her affair. And of course, he's kind of passive aggressive with it, saying, hey, it's a small town. They're going to know about the affair. In other words, you should have never had the damn affair. And Shauna pretty much implies you should have never blackmailed us. So they have their little tit for tat in their very weird relationship. So adult Natalie is talking to Lottie about wanting to go to the farmer's market to help them sell honey. But in reality, Natalie does everything with purpose. So I knew she was up to something asking to go to the farmer's market to sell the honey. So next we see Missy and Walter, and they're driving because, of course, they're trying to find where Natalie is. And Walter pretty much says, hey, you can choose whatever music you want. And then all of a sudden he has all of these cassette tapes. And I'm like, cassette tapes? Like, who the hell still has cassette tapes? But he has all of these cassette tapes with these musicals on it, like, musical theater, all of these soundtracks. And Misty immediately thinks that he's a Yellowjackets obsessive because, she's like, how do you know I like musicals? So he swears that he's not an obsessive. That's just what he likes to listen to, also, I guess. Which, again, we see a contrast with Misty and Crystal back in the day when they were stuck in the wood and they're singing the same musical that she decided to put in the cassette tape, which again, I think that she's still into musicals because it helps her remember Crystal. Like I said, was pretty much her only friend that she had. She had a genuine connection with Crystal. I still think Crystal's not alive. So that's why she continues with the musicals and things like that to remind her of her friend Crystal. So we'll see about that. But side note, why is Misty's internet name Agent African Gray? A white woman internet name is Agent African Gray. Writers, please explain. Someone explain that to me, okay? I need to know why they gave her that name. Just curious. So, anywho, Shauna says someone took the bear meat. Okay, so this is young, pregnant Shauna says someone took the bear meat. And at this point, one of the girls who we constantly see her, but to me, she's not relevant enough for me to know what her name is, she blames the coach. And like I said, so it begins because, like I told you, I think they are going to do something to the coach and eat him. So the coach denies that he took the bear meat, but he does say, if I did take it, what would you do? Eat me? So tension is high at this point, and the next thing you know, that same girl turns her attention to Natalie and says that she can't find food for them because she won't allow Lottie to bless her for the hunt. So it begins where it's Team Lottie versus Team Natalie, and they have a contest about who can come back with food. And while they think Lottie has all of these superpowers and she can bring the food back because, of course, she sacrificed the bear and those birds came flopping on the roof. She looks nervous as hell when they're pretty much saying, yeah, Lottie can do it. She looks very scared. So next we see adult Natalie talking to her kidnapper, the one that she stabbed with the fork. And she's questioning her about the weird cult that she's in and kind of getting in her head about how this is really not a free will cult. Like, while she tells you you can do certain things, you really can't do them. So Natalie is trying to gain her trust. And I feel like that's definitely going to cause a division. But the problem is, Natalie, Lottie is crazy. So don't think that getting into this kidnapper's head won't mean that she will possibly kill the kidnapper. I mean, she may actually do it. So we'll see about that. But anywho, next we see adult Lottie with her psychiatrist, and she's saying that she wants to up her prescriptions. And I say bravo, because at least she's actually seeking out some help. Okay. I'm not saying it's working, but at least she understands that she needed some type of help. She's saying that, her visions are coming back and she is seeing things that are not real. So Shauna finds out that Callie is a liar, of course, because she's a teenager. And she finds out that Callie hasn't been staying with her friend all of this time when she keeps saying that she's going to a friend's house. Well, Shauna sees the friend's mother, and the mother confirms that she hasn't seen Callie in months. So Shauna tries to find clues in Callie's room, but next thing you know, she picks up Callie. So next we see Ty hitchhiking with the trucker who recognizes her as the new senator. And so I found that to be weird, that Ty would get into a random car with a trucker. Well, not a random car, a truck with a trucker. But she got that inner demon in her. So I guess if he did try something, that inner demon would come out and probably kill him, bite his lip off, whatever the case may be. So we see Lottie, young Lottie, in the woods, and she goes to that praise statue that we saw last season, and she cuts her hand and kind of puts blood in that area as if it's a sacrifice. I really don't understand what this is supposed to represent, especially when we see after that it didn't work, whatever she was trying to do. But I can't wait till they finally explain that. But Shauna takes Callie far out in the middle of nowhere, and she tells Callie, look, Heifer, I know you've been lying. You haven't been staying over your friend's house. Callie comes back at her and says, well, I know you've been lying to me. And what did you do to Adam? Did you kill him? And Shauna admits to her daughter that she killed Adam. But the way that she's talking, it's almost like she accidentally burnt Callie's birthday cake or something. Like, it's so nonchalant. She's like, yes, yes, I killed Adam because he was trying to blackmail me. Oh, no, actually, no, he wasn't trying to blackmail me. Your father was blackmailing me. Just weird. Callie is freaking out, and Shauna's just looking like, I'm sorry, I burnt your birthday cake. It's crazy. But again, that's why I call her Psycho Shauna. So with that, she also tells Callie that they did some things in the woods that they are ashamed of. And that's all she really wants to talk about at this point. But Callie can't say anything. And I'm like, girl, you don't even realize that your daughter got a big mouth. She done already told this random dude in a bar that you was having an affair. So yeah, secrets with Callie, not gonna happen. So Van shows Ty a map showing all the trees she's been going to with a symbol on it. And the map is showing that the trees that she's going to is creating a bigger symbol. So Van says, based off of how this is, the symbol is creating, there has to be another tree in this area to finish the symbol on the map. So with that, while of course Thaisa, who's awake, thinks that she's crazy, she still listens to Van and they go out to look for that symbol on another tree. So Natalie, actually, this is young Natalie, while she's hunting, she finds a frozen moose and she runs back to the cabin to tell them that they need to help her out because this moose, of course, which is huge, could feed them for months. So meanwhile, young Lottie is dripping blood from the cut on her hand, and she ends up finding the plane that Laura Lee actually flew with Laura Lee's teddy bear and her chain with the cross on it. Now, mind you, we saw that plane burn up last season, but this just shows that she is hallucinating and she sees things that are not there. So, with that, she finds that cross. The last thing she sees is the cross, and then she finds this tunnel that takes her to the damn mall. Just weird shit. Just weird shit went on in this episode. So, with that, we clearly know she's hallucinating. Next thing you know, when she's out of that hallucination, she is literally on the ground in the snow, almost frozen to death, pretty much just stuck at this point. Natalie and the team try to get the moose, but the moose falls in the ice cold water. And of course, the Natalie and the rest of them are freaking out because they're starving. So sad scene, but she was willing to freeze to death to try to get that moose. So the next scene is, a cute little contrast between Misty and Walter and how they're so much alike. They're both preparing for bed and pretty much doing the same routine. And at first, I was thinking this could be a possible love interest because I want to see her and how she reacts with being in love, especially after last season when we saw her on that date, that weird date. But now I'm thinking, could they be related? And that's why they're so much alike. So we shall see. So Shauna tells Jeff that she told Callie everything. And of course, Jeff is the only one with some sense and tells Shauna that she made Callie an accomplice to their crime, which she did. But Callie comes in like she has more of a bond now, knowing that her parents killed someone, and decides that she wants to spend time with them. I'm telling you again, weird ass episode, but I'm hoping they put all of the pieces together in the next episode or sometime this season. So, adult Lottie has a moment of cutting herself the way she did when she was younger. So she cuts her hand, and this time she's literally like the blood is spilling, and she says, "Can this just be enough? Please." And I'm confused, but I'm gonna take a guess and assume the dark spirit in her is coming back, and she's thinking sacrificing her blood is a way to make it go away. That's what I'm assuming, but you let me know in the comments what you think about that. So Van and Ty are trying to find a tree with the symbol on it, and I don't think they find it, if I'm not mistaken, but they do find Javi in the process. And so with that, Javi is running away and they end up, catching Javi and telling him, hey, it's us, it's us. They take him back to the cabin, and Javi is looking at all of them like he doesn't know who they are, including his own brother. His brother is hugging him, and Javi is looking like these are all strangers to me. So I'm kind of curious, like, is it because he's been out in the cold for so long, he lost his memory, or a spirit has gotten to him? I'm a little confused, but he really looks at them like they're strangers. So they all say that Lottie was right, that Javi was alive, but Van says that Taissa knew where to find him, and she tells Taissa again that you can't deny the dark power or this inner demon that you have, and that you're connected to all of this weird stuff that's going on in the woods. So, of course, Taissa is scared, but then we go to adult Taissa and we see that she's at the shop that was in the folder. That picture that she looks at, it's the same picture slash shop. So she's actually at that shop, and she walks in, and guess who's there? Adult Van. And so I'm thinking that all of these years, especially while they were in the woods, Taissa just refused to believe Van. But now that she's going through this in her adult life, she feels like she needs Van to help her put all of the pieces together. I'm assuming that's why she's there. But I'm still confused as hell as to why 20 years since they've been rescued, why is all of this stuff happening now? That's where I'm confused about. Like, they're making it seem like their life was normal until, like, of course, they didn't have a normal life when they were stuck in the woods. But once they left the woods and were rescued, they make it seem like from that time to now it's been normal until now. What happened? Like, this is why I'm saying I'm confused at this point. What happened to where all of the things that happened in the woods are coming back? Damn it, I need to know. But anywho, with that being said, like, share, and subscribe and comment below, and I will see you on the next video. Peace.